You know, in the world of crypto and quantum computing, some projects are just built different. Today, we are going to talk about one of those, Qubitcoin. It's a project that spent its entire first year basically transforming in plain sight, and it all led up to this huge reinvention that almost nobody saw coming. So, what was really going on? Let's get into it.
So, this whole thing kicks off with a mystery. Back in the fall of 2025, people in the Qubitcoin community, miners, observers, you name it, they started noticing some really weird stuff happening on the network. The numbers just weren't making sense, and of course, the speculation went wild. So, the big question was, what was going on?
And these weren't just minor glitches, you know? These were specific baffling signals. Miners were seeing their GPU loads just swinging all over the place. The network was getting these massive, totally unexplained bursts in speed. And the real tech detectives out there, they started finding whispers of CUDA-Cube plumbing in the code, which, for the record, is a platform for hybrid quantum classical computing. That's way, way beyond what a simple mining project should have. And then, the kicker. A throughput surge to 100 times trillion simulated quantum circuits per second. Nobody could figure it out.
And then, right on the project's one-year anniversary, boom, the answer drops. The developers pushed an update that didn't just explain all those weird signals, it revealed this massive, fundamental transformation that had been happening right under everyone's noses the whole time.
So here it is, the big reveal. Those weird signals? They weren't bugs. They were clues. Qubitcoin wasn't breaking down. It was leveling up. It had been secretly upgraded and basically beta tested live, in the wild, turning itself from this kind of quirky mining toy into a massive, decentralized platform for actual quantum computation. So how in the world did they pull off an upgrade this big in secret? Well, it all started with the people. In just 1 year, the community just exploded to over 3,000 active members. And that right there, that was the foundation for everything that came next. And that passionate community, they brought the hardware. At its peak, the network had over 30,000 devices online. We're talking about a decentralized supercomputer powered by regular people's hardware from all across the globe.
Which brings us right back to that crazy mystery number, that 100 trillion circuits per second. Yeah, that wasn't a glitch. That was the new baseline. It was the proof that Qubitcoin had, on the quiet, built one of the largest quantum simulation networks on the entire planet.
Okay, so how did they do it? What's this secret sauce? Well, the answer is this groundbreaking new idea at the very heart of the protocol. So let's unpack this core innovation they're calling the super dense engine. This right here is the crown jewel of the whole update. Super dense consensus completely rewrites the rules for what a blockchain's proof of work can be. So instead of just one single repetitive task, it allows for lots of different scientifically useful quantum jobs to all run at the same time, in parallel, all secured by the very same chain. And this comparison just lays it out perfectly. The old Qubitcoin, it was basically a one-trick pony. But the new Qubitcoin, it's a dynamic marketplace. It's a bazaar where all these different kinds of quantum jobs, we're talking complex simulations, code compilations, you name it, can all find a home on the network.
Now, to really wrap your head around just how big of a deal this is, this analogy is perfect. Just think about how Ethereum went from just sending coins around to running these complex smart contracts. This is a leap of that same magnitude, but it's happening in the quantum world. It's a really foundational shift.
So what does this actually look like for, say, a miner? Well, the engine is incredibly smart. It runs multiple jobs in parallel, and it automatically adjusts how hard each task is based on supply and demand. This means miners can actually specialize. They can form little simulation squads or optimization crews. And maybe the best part? The whole system is built to be easily upgraded with new tasks without ever breaking the chain for older nodes. It is literally built to evolve.
Okay, so this all sounds amazing in theory, right? But what does it actually do? Well, the first really heavy-duty task running on this new engine is called the Planck Compilation mission, and it's tackling a massive problem in quantum research.
So what's the problem it's solving? Well, today's quantum computers are, let's just say they're incredibly sensitive. They're noisy, and writing efficient code for them is a huge headache for researchers. It's a major bottleneck that's holding back the entire field.
Planck turns the entire Qubitcoin network, all 30,000 of those devices, into a giant decentralized quantum compiler. It's so cool how it works. Miners just grab a piece of complex quantum code, the whole network works together to refine and optimize it, and what comes out the other end is a streamlined, efficient circuit that's ready to run on real quantum hardware.
And the impact of this? It's enormous. The Planck task is going to be cranking out millions of these optimized circuits every single day. This creates this huge, totally unprecedented data set that could just turbocharge everything, from quantum error correction all the way to developing next-gen AI.
So a decentralized compiler is just the beginning. That's just the first stall in the market. This new engine, it opens the door to a much, much bigger vision, turning Qubitcoin into a true quantum bazaar.
I love this timeline because it really puts the whole journey into perspective. I mean, it started as this quirky little toy. Then it secretly became this simulation behemoth, and now it's evolving into what you could only call an adaptive quantum compute fortress, a platform that can just take on any quantum challenge thrown at it.
And the list of potential jobs for this bazaar, it's genuinely thrilling. We're talking about solving complex qubit routing problems, tackling error correction, even running live calibration jobs for actual quantum computers. Then you get into these highly specific simulations for chemistry and finance. It's becoming a Swiss Army knife for quantum R&D.
And this shift creates this incredible, vibrant ecosystem. All of a sudden, miners aren't just hashing, they're specialists, picking the jobs that their hardware is best at. Researchers get instant access to a massive global testbed. The coin itself is now backed by real, tangible computational work. And for the first time, builders can start dreaming up a whole new wave of quantum-powered decentralized apps.
So when you boil it all down, Qubitcoin has moved way beyond just tinkering with proof of work. It's pioneering something completely new, the world's very first R&D ecosystem for quantum computing that is born from and secured by a blockchain.
And this leaves us with this huge, fascinating question for the entire industry. Qubitcoin has managed to weaponize useful work on a planetary scale, literally turning energy into scientific progress. Is this the future? Could the next big leap for blockchain be not just about securing a ledger, but about solving humanity's biggest computational challenges? It is a powerful idea to think about. Thanks for tuning into This Explainer.